The Toronto Raptors are the hottest team in the NBA. And we're going to talk about what's going on the court. But first, Duane, I want to talk about what's going on off the court. My producer, Jamie, is going to play some of the hottest footage. You don't get access like this. My guy, Jeff Landicho, another Seneca alumnus, college classmate of mine, got some of the best access. Duane, what was your reaction when you got to see for the first time the behind the scenes of what happens in an NBA locker room when players get traded?
You know, Open Gym has been great, and, shout out to Jeff and Rocky for a great program, but this is like the ultimate reality show because you're actually seeing what happens as it happens. It's not like, the scrum. How did you feel?
Yep.
You're seeing the reactions. The guys are finding out, and the Open Gym captures that. It's like you're right in there, and like the footage there, and Steve Novak with the narration of like how everyone's feeling, what's going on is like, any basketball fan can appreciate. These are people's lives, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at Terrence's face when he found out. I felt like I was there, Megan. I know you've seen the footage. What did you walk away from that experience with?
I mean, I felt for Quincy Acey because you see it starting, and it basically starts, and you just see his back the whole time, which if you look at the way he's dressed, he kind of looks like Rudy Gay from behind. But then you realize throughout it, like, oh, that's Quincy. And it's his first NBA team, his first city. He basically took Toronto as his own. Yeah. And I felt for the kid. I get it's a business, but you feel for the young guys when they've never been traded before. And even it looks so sad for him.
Like, he's crying when
he was the coolest.
And it's really funny. I mean, I was happy Rudy was gone. I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, these are people's lives, and you realize that it's like these guys care about the city, they care about the game, and it's like you actually get that to see that side of them, and it makes you feel for them even more.
And with Aaron Gray, too, when he came into the locker room after he was shooting around, he made it seem like he was joking around, but you could kind of tell that he was actually upset because he was here with DeMar and Amir at the beginning of the season. They knew what they wanted to do with Dwayne Casey, and it was just like he kind of just got like shot in the foot and then another one to the heart, and he was just like he tried to make it a joke and make the guys feel like don't feel bad for me because he's a veteran. He gets it's a business, but you could tell that deep down he was hurting.
You know the business. You know the business side of things. You're a coach right now. How do you handle a situation when you ship off a guy who's probably your 1A or 1B and change the culture of your team?
Usually as a coach, I mean, first of all, you grow as a family. And then all of a sudden you lose a family member. That's kind of hard.
Yes.
Right? It's just very difficult to like deal with it as a coach. You gotta go to the man and say, hey, you're leaving. All of a sudden your family member is gone, and the players, all the other players, they're expecting like this guy to do something, this. All of a sudden he's gone, right? So that's I'd say as a coach, it's a real difficult situation.
What was really good about the footage that Coach Casey talked and said, the guys in the room, these are the guys who are going to do it.
Yeah,
we're going to move forward. This is the family. And he was great and motivating in that regard too. So
talk about motivation. Ever since that trade, the Raptors are the hottest team in the NBA. They've won 4 straight. They are atop the Atlantic Division. Things are good. And then to cap it all off, okay, the footage hits the internet. They beat the Pacers. David, let me start with you on this one, because I know you're a fan of that Pacers team and the way they're built. The Toronto Raptors have been talking about defense.
Yeah.
Well, they just shut down Paul George with 12 points in that game.
Well, I was at the game last night myself. I'll tell you, the defense was great. If you're sitting on the floor seat, sitting right next to my man Nav, I'm telling you right
Drake,
now.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Drake. and basically, defense did it.
Yeah.
Right now, they're playing just the best defense, and Casey is like, he's a defensive coach. And it's coming true right now.
So all the stuff we heard throughout the year, because everyone's talking defense, we're finally seeing it. Are you liking the group? Now, they've subtracted a superstar. But for some reason, that subtraction has been an addition. So are you liking the makeup of this group?
I love it. Right now, basically, the chemistry is good.
Yes, that's very important.
The chemistry is good. In basketball, the chemistry is the main thing. So chemistry is good. Guys are doing their roles. Everyone's sharing the ball.
Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard, right?
That's what they say.
Man, John Wooden. Now, Sweets, let's get your take on this, because I know you called the pre- and post-game show for the Toronto Raptors. You were there to witness that Pacers matchup. It's tangible, isn't it?
Yeah, this team is like, they're confident. Like they don't worry about whoever comes in their house. Like the Pacers, the best defensive team in the league, we're going to beat them. Doesn't matter. If we're down fourth quarter, which they didn't come in from behind, they're beating everybody. And they're confident. The chemistry is there. The ball is moving. And I mean, so I'm not bashing on Rudy Gay. It's the easy thing to do. But once he left, it freed up everyone, and they got depth. Their bench is there, and it's like, it's night and day.
Yeah, it is. Now it's time for us to throw to our fan tweet. Of course, my man George Sapil just tweeted at us, and he wants to know, Megan, so I'll throw this one to you first. Who is going to be the face of these Toronto Raptors next year? You've got DeMar DeRozan balling out of control, but now with this new group, you're seeing a lot of focus on Jonas Valanciunas?
I mean, DeMar's a great kid, great player. I think up until the Rudy Gay came in with that first initial trade, he was the face of the Raptors after Chris Bosh left.
I think you're leaning towards Valanciunas.
And I think you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, DeMar was that face, and then Rudy came in, took a lot of pressure off him, and then Rudy got traded. Everybody thought, okay, what's DeMar going to do? He didn't have pressure on him. And then all of a sudden we see JV come out and be who we wanted him to be right off the bat, but he's learned and he's grown as a player. And I think playing with Amir Johnson as well, and then Ed Davis prior to him being traded to Memphis, helped him become who he is. And I mean, Dwayne Casey has said it so many times, time and time again. When he comes on the court, he learns more about who he's playing against, and it helps him to develop as a player. And I think JV is eventually going to be the face of the Toronto Raptors going into next season.
All right, we got to get to break, but quickly, I'll let you guys chime in. DeRozan or JV?
I think they're a good combination.
Political.
It's got to be DeRozan. I mean, like, we thought he hit his ceiling before, and now he's taken it to another level.
Yeah.
Probably be an all-star this year. I think DeMar's the guy.
Definitely an all-star. Still more to come here on Canada's favorite basketball show that's now on the radio, Dwayne. Don't worry. More Hangout coming up.